So let's go back to basic. I mean, I'm 25 years in, so I'm almost forgotten the buy to let, the actual strategy itself. So what is a buy to let? If somebody's thinking about getting into property investment, what is it? How do you get into it? So first of all, the property market in the UK is buoyant and growing. On average, every 10 to 12 years, depending on where you are in the country, the property prices that you pay will double on average. In the UK and in London, you're looking at probably every 8 years, sometimes even higher depending on the areas of London as well. So because the property market is so buoyant and it's the trajectory of property prices has gone like this. Oh, actually, you should go that. It's basically gone upwards, depending on how the camera angle is showing. That's why a lot of people put money into it. Now, who does this? Well, actually, it used to be the purview of pretty much everybody back in the days where you had a house, you didn't sell it, you went to the house, and you kept that house as a kind of pension, if you like. So even dare I say the working class, the middle class were doing it as well. So then something happened in 2017 where George Osborne, a Conservative chancellor, changed the rules and said, well, actually, you can no longer own asset in your own name, otherwise we will severely tax you, which is those properties. That's called Section 24. And since Section 24, to hold a house under your personal name is, especially if you're a higher taxpayer, it doesn't make any sense. That's why a lot of landlords, single dwelling landlords, exited the market. Because of that, because of this almost mass exit, to give you some numbers, it used to be 2.5 million landlords in the UK before 2017, and we're 2024 now. We're down to somewhere around 2 million properties that are owned by landlords and rented. So straight away, the volume of kind of people and properties who are in the private rental sector have decreased, and that is one of the contributing factor of higher rents in the UK property market. So going back to why invest in properties is because property prices keep rising. There is a huge demand. So our current population numbers is 68 million in 2024. Last year alone, net migration under the Tory government was 700,000. Now, bearing in mind, these people were saying, stop the boats, don't let people in, get Brexit done, take control of our borders or whatever it was. And actually, they've let in 700,000 people legally come to the country. Why? Because since Brexit, we don't have the Spanish, the Portuguese, the Greeks to come in and actually do some of the works that we need. So we've had to import the labour from the Commonwealth countries, whether it's the Philippines, India, Mauritius, and all the Caribbean, all the English-speaking countries. We also know this for a fact because we are also housing lots of these families from Nigeria to Philippines, where there's a doctor, a physio, social worker, carers are in massive demand as well, because we don't have any of these, or we don't have enough of these resources. So because of demand, then you've got a lack of supply in the country. So why do we have a lack of supply in the UK for property? So first, let's talk about the numbers. On average, every year, we should be building around 300,000 homes, new homes, to add to what we currently have. We, in the last 20 years, only got up to about 200,000 per year. So that's a whole different issue as to why that happens, because it's a private sector, they hoard land, they wait for the land value to go up, so they don't build enough on purpose. So that's one of the reasons. Second reason is because of planning rules. We have some really archaic planning rules in the UK, and it's designed to keep property numbers down. So keep supply down, so with rising demand, lower supply, prices go up. Pure economics 101. So this is why, as a kind of almost a general sense as to why people like going into property, is it's tangible, it's a solid thing. People need homes. Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the most basic thing is home, shelter, so they will always rent something if they can't buy it. Third, the net migration numbers is high, so people need to find something, and they will rent. And generally speaking, when the interest rate is on average, I mean, I know we've had 20 years of very, very low because of 2007 and 8 financial crisis, COVID, we've had it very low, but the average is normally around 5% when interest rate, lending rate, I should say. So bank-based rates around 3.5%. So if we go back, which we seems to be now in 2024, edging back to a 5% lending rate. So with a lending rate of 5%, increasing prices because of lack of supply, increasing demand because of migration, and that then pushes the rent up because more people are chasing fewer goods, and then the rent's rising. That's one of the reasons why people are always looking at putting money in tangible assets like properties. Those properties then rise, but in the time that they're rising, they're also giving you a passive income because you get the rent. So you get the rent, you pay the interest only payment part of it, and a bit of management. There's a profit to be made on this, and that's why people like property investment as assets. In the next video, I'm also going to talk about some of the challenges with property investment in the UK and some of the things that you need to think about when you are coming into it. So thanks for watching. My name is Azid. I've been investing for the last 25 years. In fact, I bought my first buy-to-let 25 years ago. I went to university, thought the university digs was terrible, small, and I used my student loans to part fund one of my first property purchase. I was also working in the NHS as a part-time carer, so I was using my income plus the student loan as the deposit to fund the first house. That first house I paid 49,995. It's now worth somewhere around 400,000 in 20 years time. So it's not grown, it's not doubled, it's not moved to Kensington, but it's actually just increased its value because of all the factors that I've talked about. So thanks for watching. If you can catch a lot of my content on all the social media platforms. I've also written 2 books about properties, and they are available on Amazon. If you type in my name, Azid Gungah, Scale Your Wealth is the first one that you should read because it gives you all the demographics, the understanding, the planning issues, the property market dynamics in the UK, and the 6 strategies that I've used over the last 25 years to grow my property wealth. And the second one is specific, talking about a property strategy called title splitting, where I'm now buying, and I've been doing that for 12 years now, buying blocks of flats, a multi-unit in one block, and then doing something called title splitting and adding value to them so I can take all my cash out. In fact, I teach others how to do that. But this video is about people coming into property market and having questions and answers that hopefully helps you make up your mind as to how you should do it. But definitely look at some of my next videos or DM me below if you've got any questions or any information that you need. Thanks.